No, man, it should remain like that. He actually advocated for non-chiefs to be part of the Legislative Council. He was selfless, very powerful, very, very powerful. He was a patriotic citizen of Ghana, Gold Coast. He traveled all the way to London to meet the Queen, to meet our slave masters, to discuss with them how to give the Ghanaian majority, the Gold Coast majority at that time, the power to run their affairs. How we even got into the business of negotiating with our slave masters that beats my imagination. That a people come to hijack your land, hijack your system and structures, and we needed to go negotiate with them, beg them to give us back our power. But he was one of the people who traveled all the way to London to meet the people, the authorities, discuss with them how, the way forward, how to hand over our country, how to hand over our land and structures to us. Nana Ofori Atta is the man in perspective. He's the man on my profile table on his story in this edition. If you're ready, I am ready.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress.
All right, we're back again. Time to talk about this man, Nana Ofori Atta I, the original Ofori Atta. Nana Ofori Atta the first. He was a traditional ruler and a member of the Legislative Council. So he has Nana and Se both attached to his name. Those are his titles. Nana traditional. Se is, formal. What you love to call official. You hear people say official attire, official dress, and they're referring to suit and tie. Official dress, official attire, and they're referring to a gown. If you don't dress like the white man and tuck in, they say it's not official. That's casual. Bumbo. So you say Nana and they say that's, informal, but they say it's formal. Nana no so formal. Na office offitia no be Nana. Hey. Ufitia no be Nana sa. Hey. Ufitia no friend to masa and no so official. It's also formal. It's about time we as Africans or Ghanaians, debunk, trash out, put that in the trash bin. Me friend to my formerly official why. I should be able to go for an interview, a job interview with that, with no stress, with no problems at all. I didn't interview me to me, Shemiami Krumata, then phone call, yes, informal, as I say. So they gave this man 2 titles because he was a traditional ruler and a member of the Legislative Council. So because he was a member of the Legislative Council and he was part of the formal structure of the country then, they gave him Sir, in addition to his Nana. So Nana Ofori Atta I. He was born on 11th October 1881. He was born on 11th October 1881. He was born in my birth month. He was born on the 11th. 10 days before I was born in that month. But when it comes to the year, so he was born on the 11th October 1881. He died on the 21st of August 1943. He was the Okyenhene, or the king of the Akyem people of the Akyem Abuakwa, a traditional kingdom that stretches back to the 19th century and was one of the most influential kingdoms of the then Gold Coast colony. He ruled from his election in 1912 until his death in 1943. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about King Nana Ofori Atta I. Ofori Atta was educated in Basel Mission Schools, and at its Ekropong Seminary, now named the Presbyterian College of Education Ekropong. That's his alma mater. He left the seminary after 2 years to work as a solicitor's clerk, and then served in the Western African Frontier Force, fighting during the Ya Asantewaa War. He fought during the Ya Asantewaa War. When he was in school at the, now Presbyterian College of Education, then Basel Mission School, the Ekropong Seminary, he left the seminary after 2 years to work as a facilitator's clerk, and then served in the West African Frontier Force, fighting during the Ya Asantewaa War. He was a brave man, strong man. He had passion, love for his country. He was that patriotic. Elected Okyenhene of Akyem Abuakwa in 1912, he became a member of the Legislative Council in 1916. Automatically, when you those days when you are a traditional ruler, it looks like automatically you become a member of a council, a legislative council. So when he was elected Okyenhene of the Akyem Abuakwa in 1912, he became a member of the Legislative Council in the 1916. In 1934, he led the Gold Coast delegation to London to petition the British Parliament for the official majority of Africans on the Legislative Council. He went there to do this on behalf of Africa. He went there to do it on behalf of Ghana, but at large on behalf of Africa. He led the delegation. In 1934, and that was what I was telling you in my introduction of the subject, the man Nana Ofori Atta. In 1934, he led a Gold Coast delegation to London to petition the British Parliament for official majority of Africans on the Legislative Council, permanent African representative on the Governor's Executive Council, and eligibility for non-chiefs to be provincial members of the Executive Council. He was also instrumental in setting up multiple schools, including famous Achimota School, or then Prince of Wales School. Yes, he was also very, very instrumental in setting up multiple schools, including Achimota School or College, formerly Prince of Wales School, where most colonial Gold Coast leaders and current prominent Ghanaian politicians schooled. So when when the computerized system came, and even the poor man's son can go to Achimota, you had the old boys agitating. I want the the poor boys be go one school, sad boys go one school. One man, no one nana no other them school no. So if you are a sad boy, you can't go to Achimota school, but thanks to the computerized system, now someone from Nakbanduri can fly to Achimota school, mix up with them and study. That's how we should be. Enough of the segregation bandulu. Enough of the segregation badness, madness. Segregation everywhere. In the church segregation, in the mosque segregation. The poor man can't get no blood, the poor man can't get no spots. It is all about the prominent, it is all about the rich. So it is putting pressure upon the system. It is making everybody greedy. Everybody wants to be rich, to be recognized in their denomination, in their churches, in their mosques. You go to some mosques lately, and spots are designated for rich people. Rich people have their favorite spots, standing place. You dare not go stand there as a poor man. They will shout on you. It is a spot for the rich man. When he's absent, they notice and they quickly visit him and pray for him. But the poor is confined. The poor is relegated to the background, the back. He's absent, they don't know. Nobody cares. He dies 2 days, 3 days, a month, a year before they realize, Uncle Abu died. We didn't know. You will not know. Because you are so segregational that you only pay attention to the rich. They are at the forefront. They have special places. When they are absent, you notice. But the poor is relegated to the background. So when he's absent, you will not know. When he dies, it will take you weeks, months to know, to realize. You go to the churches same way, same style. The front line is for the rich. Those at the back, relegated, are the poor people. On the two collection, 1 cedi, 2 cedi. No. Into software start here, $10 for a 10,000 for no mumra. The front people will go. 5,000, the second lane will go. 3,000, If they drew 1 cedi, 2 cedi for now, then the back will go. Almost sasenshi. Praise and worship. Almost sasen will be our them. They dance, they skank off their shoes. And dance, like they pay 1,000 Ghana. They donated, they offered 1,000 Ghana. This segregation, until this segregation stops, we will have fewer of the taxi driver we are celebrating today. And we will have more of robbers and thieves, because we all want to be recognized in our churches. We all want to be recognized in our mosques. So you have a spot. You notice when you are not around, they mention your name in the microphone and pray for you. We all want to be recognized. So when you find somebody's money in your car, 8,000, 9,000, you don't take it back because you want to keep it. Go to church as a rich man and be recognized. Inti Papa Yasa, religion is not attractive to the poor. Religion is not attractive to good people. Only criminals. That is why we have a country where we have Muslims, Christians as the majority people in this country. Almost all of us are Muslims, almost all of us are Christians. But we have a lot of thieves and robbers. If not so, why are we celebrating a taxi driver for a gesture which is supposed to be normal? We are celebrating a taxi driver who returned money to the owner, and it is news. And we are celebrating it, we are donating to him because it is rare and common. Even though we are Muslims and Christians and it's supposed to be a common practice, it is not common. Because leadership of the various religions, the various faiths, have become businessmen. They commercialize the denominations, they commercialize the faiths. They themselves are in there to enrich themselves, so they push their members to go into thievery. Sakawa boys, Game Boys, have special spots in mosques. They have special spots in churches. When you go to occasion, they have a special seat. So everybody wants to be rich overnight. Into a huabisika when the car officer manna from heaven. Eye nyamin shida nyamin na diabe chemi. Pam no dia command the pastor. Pastor nyamin hu yenio. Then the pastor prays over it and takes his share in the form of seed. And then they spend the money. Lavish the money. Somebody sweat. Society has gone that bad. Too much segregation. Too much segregation. Poor man can't get no blight, can't get no respect. So everybody wants to be rich overnight and be recognized. So yes, this man actually, he was instrumental in setting up multiple schools, including the very Achimota school that became the school for the elite, Sikafo school. No? He is part of those who established that school. The school where most of the colonial, masters had their wars, they attended the school. Now, even today, prominent people put our politicians in a room and then try to sieve them according to the schools they go. More than half of them went to Achimota school. And they don't want the poor man's kid to go there. Ofori Atta was part of those who established that school. Ofori Atta was one of the sons of a senior official of the palace. He himself is a palace boy. He was the son of a senior official of the palace. His mother was the descendant of one of the founders of the kingdom. Once in power, he was determined to return Akyem Abuakwa to its former glory. That's what great kings or great people do. As a great man, when you pick power, it is glory you're looking for your people, your land. Today's kings and chiefs, when they take power, today's politicians, chiefs, rulers, when they get power, they are not thinking about winning glory back, giving glory to the land they are actually overseeing. They are looking for glory for self and family. But this man, when he got power, when he picked up power, he was determined to return Akyem Abuakwa to its former glory. It was a great land and he wanted to take it back to its greatness. If our leaders today had this kind of passion, they would have been worried, they would have cared about taking Africa back to its former glory. Africa was once the superpower of the world. The Mansa Musa era. Oh my God. Arabians came to Africa to learn. They came to Africa to lick our boots. Europeans came to Africa to beg from us. We gave them money. When we were the superpowers under the Mansa Musas, today's leaders, when they take power, they don't care about restoring that glory. They care about enriching themselves. So chiefs are selling lands rough. That's why land is expensive lately. Okyenhene on how to make the land great again. Nsase no tontong. Inti nsase boy, then just because our chiefs have become greedy. They want to make money too. Everybody wants to make money. It is not bad, but make it genuinely. So land sale has become the order of the day for the traditional rulers. So they pick power and they don't care how to restore the glory, the past glory of their lands. They want to enrich themselves and their family. So land sale, it is the contest now. Yantunton sase. I need this yantunton sase. Nti abaye mwa de kra on sase no tonton. Yeah, overstand. But this man wasn't like that. Once in power, he was determined to return the Akyem Abuakwa to its former glory. He created the Ofori Atta dynasty by privileging education both amongst his sons and daughters through two paths. One family rooted in a concern for binding the state by traditional sanctioned method of multiple marriage, and other rooted in his strong case for modernization and progress. Nana Ofori Atta I. He was the brother of Dr. J.B. Dankwa, a former member of the United Gold Coast Convention. He was the father of Haruna Ofori Atta. Listen, these people are ruling us even in their grave. Even in their grave, aside Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, whose sons and daughter are nowhere close to, they are not close to power. The rest, they are ruling us even in their grave. Even in their grave, they have their grandkids ruling, continuing. And that's the segregation with bonfire pan. It has become a birthright. A birthright. So the poor, those, man, they don't even get closer. Oh, the assemblyman for assemblyman na. Wachilswa MP. Achilswa MP. Utray cry minister na oh poor man Chaco Sellers boy on Chaco Sellers son on so be minister Achilswa. But president dear woman mana ne didi so. Omu so still omu run here. Pay attention to his family tree. Pay attention to his family tree. And that's because of the foundation they laid. Pay attention to his family tree. Very important. He was the brother of J.B. Dankwa, Dr. J.B. Dankwa, a founding member of the United Gold Coast Convention. He was the father of Haruna Ofori Atta, the fourth Speaker of Parliament of Ghana, a Minister of Communications and Minister of Local Government. He was also the father of Adeline Akufo-Addo, First Lady under the Second Republic. He was the father of William Ofori Atta, the second popular Ofori Atta, a Minister of Foreign Affairs, presidential candidate of the UNC. He was the father of Dr. Kwesu Amuakwa, the father of the Agric Minister now. He was the father of the Agric Minister. So that's the Agric Minister's grandfather. Lord God have mercy, my people. Dr. Kwesu Amuakwa, the governor of Bank of Ghana and Minister for Finance and Economic Planning under the First Republic. That's the father of the current Agric Minister. He was the father of Dr. Jones Ofori Atta, Deputy Minister for Finance and Economic Planning under the Buzia government. He was the father of Susan Ofori Atta, the very first female doctor here in Ghana. He was the grandfather, he was the grandfather of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the current president of Ghana. He was the grandfather of Ken Ofori Atta, Ghana's current Minister of Finance and Economic Planning and founder of Data Bank. He was the grandfather of Osagyefo Amoitia Oforipenyi, current Okyenhene of Akyem Abuakwa. He is the grandfather of Samuel Atachia, Minister of Works and Housing, and the writer. He is also the grandfather of the writer Nana Ofori Atta I. That's his family tree. Oh my God. You live on Y97.9. History in session 8 o'clock on the dots. Time to draw the curtains down on history, but I'm sure you've picked up lessons out of this. When you have the power, make an impact, leave a legacy, build a dynasty. Listen, when you have the power to influence in the right direction. So when you die, you may live forever. When you have the power to rule with all your heart. Rule like you would never die. And rule like you would die tomorrow. When you have the power to rule with compassion. If you all practice our principles to the core, life will be much more easier, less hard, and life will be beautiful. We are all Muslims and Christians. Very few are traditional rulers, traditional people, and the same way, same principles across board. Obi ade memfa. Menye pai mu menye yiyi mu saa. For we are done if we all live by these common principles as a people, regardless the faith we believe or we practice, lifetimes will be less hard. Life will be much more pretty, beautiful. A very good morning to my very good brethren, Babs Ekma. The man is driving right about now with clients in his car around Isipon. Good morning, my very good brethren. Blessed love. A very good morning to Sammy Oklu, my very good brethren, Sammy Oklu. Sammy Oklu happens to be the owner of the Aqua Macarius. Beautiful place around Apollo area. Aqua Macarius. A very good morning, Sammy Oklu. I had the opportunity to meet him over the week. Great guy. Listen, Rasta. The man is deep. Yes. Good morning, my very good brethren. You have some time, visit the Aqua Macarius, you'll love it. Beautiful place, natural to the core. And a very good morning to my boss, my very good brethren, Eko Negese Selfie. Eko Negese Sophie. The only niggas in the game. The man from Ghana National. Good morning, my brother. Rastafari, love. All right, time done. We're done with the history segment. Lessons picked. He was and still a legend. And today, we honor him.
Some things are just never said. No. Ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, see the great things that people do. Changing lives day and night, but nothing I do ever makes the news. Still I have to do what's right, to the King of all kings all praise is due. Yesterday I was on a train, a little boy I